Hello and welcome back. For those of you new here, my name is Leia. Welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today we are making delicious soft pretzels, salty pretzels. If this is something that interests you, stick around and I will show you how you can make these pretzels at home. Delicious, soft, salty pretzels. First, we are starting with the yeast. Always when we talk about the dough, we need yeast, right? So I have here a quarter cup of warm water. I'm going to add, so it's warm water, not hot. Hot will kill your yeast, just warm, lukewarm water. And I'm adding 2¼ teaspoon of active dry yeast, which is basically one package of small tiny package of yeast that you can buy by package. And I'm going to also add 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I'm going to give this mixture a whisk to dissolve the sugar and the yeast. And then I'm going to let it sit aside to foam, to rise, so the yeast gets activated for about 5 minutes. So the yeast has foamed. 5 minutes later, it's all nice and foamy, bubbly. I added now 2 cups of flour in here, and I'm adding, we need 3 cups, so I'm adding 1 more cup of flour. And I'm using my stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, don't worry. You can do this by hand easily. You just need to knead it a little bit longer, but it can be done. So I have the flour in here, and I'm going to add, I have 3/4 cups of warm water, and also the yeast, it goes in here. And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, something neutral you can add in here. And now I'm going to start the machine on low. And I let it bring all together. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using sea salt. The dough is coming together nicely. I let the machine go for about 4 minutes until the dough comes together. The dough should be smooth and elastic. Once it's done, then I'm removing the dough to my working board. Give it a couple of turns, make it into a ball, then place it into a lightly greased board. And we'll cover it with plastic and set it aside to rise for about 45 minutes or until it doubles in size. So here is the dough has risen. It has doubled in size. So now I'm going to take it out and divide it. Looks really good. So I think I'm going to make 6 or maybe 7. To do is to roll them out into a rope. Roll them out like this on the board or on the table to a rope. About 224 inches. Okay, so then what you do is cross them once, cross them again, and then bring them forward. I have here one. I'm gonna put it on my baking sheet that I lined with parchment. So just cross over once, cross over again, and then pinch it in here. If they are all done, I'm going to do an egg wash and egg wash them. You don't have to do that, but I like to do that so I can sprinkle them with sesame salt, and then it's gonna stick to them. Otherwise, they are not gonna stick. So I like to egg wash them. Move them over, and I'm going to do the egg wash, which basically is one egg, whole egg, with just a splash of milk. Oops. And just with a fork, whisk it together until all blended. And then I like to use a silicone brush. This is very practical and so good to do egg wash. And then I'm going to brush each one with some egg wash. And this is going to give them a nice golden color also. I'm going to sprinkle them with some sesame. If I can open this bag, that is okay. So, just like that. If you want a lot of sesame, you can put the sesame seed on a plate and then dip them straight into the sesame. That way it's going to be a lot of sesame sticking to them if you like more sesame. I'm going to use this salt. Yeah, this is perfect. So I'm just using a sea salt or sea salt. My oven is preheating at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll bake them until they are golden brown. Okay, I love pretzels. I can hardly wait for them to be done. Oh, wow, so soft. Delicious. Oh, they are still hot. You should let them cool before eating them. If you like pretzels, you should give this recipe a try. There is no boiling involved beforehand. You just bake them and they come out so soft and so delicious. Did you like today's recipe? If you did, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.